Securing Cyberspace by John Buckles, Lance Dyke, Justin Meredith, and Colin Cruz.
So what is cybersecurity and why is it important? Cybersecurity is the protection of electronic devices and information that is transmitted through the use of those devices. It is especially important due to the growing use of electronics to store and transmit our data.
So what are the problems with cybersecurity today? First, we have no good international legal standard for cybersecurity. Cybercrime is easily international because the internet connects computers across continents. We need an international cybercrime legal standard so that criminals can be prosecuted for international crimes. Additionally, we have inconvenient security solutions today. Solutions need to be made easier to use so that people are more inclined to secure their data. Also, with the growth of internet buying options, we need to secure payment methods. Our first solution is to use offline systems and data encryption. Offline storage vaults allow fewer points of entry, making it even harder for hackers to access the data. Additionally, physical security can be added to protect this data. The location of this data will always be known for easier data transfer, modification, and removal. Software breaches to these vaults are almost non-existent. Encryption can be used to scramble data and make it even more secure. To go even further, biometrically generated encryption keys would make it even easier to access. Our second solution is to use more biometrics. Biometrics are already being used on our newer cell phones, tablets, and computers with facial recognition, fingerprint sensing, and voice recognitions. What we need to do is make biometrics more accessible, having more apps use that access instead of having users create long passwords. Because it is easy to fool these early attempts at biometric sensors, we need to engineer better sensors and combine biometric entry methods to make our data storage much more secure.
Our third solution is to update international law. Today, the laws vary from country to country. Different laws mean that criminals can find refuge in countries where cybercrime is legal. To start off, we need to create international laws. Right now, countries simply show little to no support to international conferences and conventions where this is brought up. Also, we need to create an international organization that is allowed to prosecute cyber criminals. Harsh punishments for these criminals might be the way to go, as it will deter people from committing these crimes in the future. Our fourth and final solution is to create safer online pay methods. That means to ensure security by limiting the number of attempts within a certain time period. That means limiting the number of purchases in a small amount of time and also creating a lockout if you incorrectly enter a credit card so many times. Second, Apple, Google, and Samsung, just to name a few, need to take responsibility of fraudulent entries. That means that banks can't be the only one checking up to make sure you entered your own credit card. Third, we need to create temporary transaction numbers to ensure account security. Temporary transaction numbers can deter hackers from picking up on your transactions.